Well, today what we're going to do, or right now what we're going to do, is we're going to talk about something that you might not have seen or you might have seen, and that's called Jamboard. Okay, Jamboard is actually a piece of hardware that Google created that's like a giant whiteboard, but it's a digital whiteboard, like a smart board that you can work on collaboratively while people work on their computers. And so basically it's a whiteboard, and it's gotten a lot better over the time. So the ways to get to it are, first and foremost, is this one here, which is jamboard.google.com, and you can see all your Jamboards. This is just like dots.google.com or sheets.google.com or slides.google.com. It's the web page for all those specific resources. Then you can also, if you go to drive.google.com or your Google Drive, if you click New, you can always go to More, and it shows up. Oops, it shows up right down here. So that's Jamboard, and you can create it in Google Drive. And so since you can create it in Google Drive, it stays there and it's always there. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like on the web, and then I'm going to take another video or two to show you what the app looks like. There is different features in both, and they're okay. So all we would do is we would click this plus sign, and it's cranking on it. So we get an untitled jam, and it's just like all Google Docs things, is we can name it. So I'll just name it Test Remote Learning. And then I'll take you around everything you need to see here. Okay. So first and foremost, you can zoom in or zoom out. You can make a background of, it's hard to see, but you can make a background of dots, lined paper, graph paper, different graph paper, and then some colors if you want. So I'm just going to go back to this one. This is your slide indicator, so you can actually make multiple slides. So I just made another slide. You can see it says 2 of 2. Over here, we have different options. Let me move myself out of the way here. So you can rename it if you want. You can download the whole thing as a PDF, just like a PowerPoint. You can save each slide as an image. You can delete it, or you can make a copy, and so on and so forth. And then you have the share button, which you should all be accustomed to. And you can have it here. We don't have a Jamboard, but if you wanted to, you're working on the Jamboard, you could say open on Jamboard, and it would just show up on the Jamboard in the school. This is your pen tool. There's a little button over here that if you click it twice, you've got a pen, a highlighter, a brush, and so on, and you've got your color choices. You've got your eraser, which if you click twice, it used to be you could, oh, nope, you can't adjust the size of the eraser, that's it. You can put a sticky note on, you can add images, and you can have a laser pointer, which I'll show you in a second. So I have a touchscreen Chromebook, so I'm going to show it to you that way. You can also use a mouse pad if you want to, or if you have a touchscreen of some kind, you can use it on any touchscreen because this is a web app. Okay, so here we go. So first I'm going to take this, and here's the pen tool. If I touch it twice, I want to make it blue, and you can notice that here's the pen. Here, and then also the other thing to know is that here is another one. Here's the next one, and here's the brush. So they change tone, okay? And then we can change color if we want to. That's the first thing you can do. And then if you want to, you can find the right one that works for you, and you can sit and write on it and say hello. So let me hold my screen here. How is everybody? So if you wanted to be able to write on something, you could write on it. I could flip mine over so it wouldn't shake the webcam, but no one would see that otherwise, and you can sit and have a good old time. Now, if you want to erase, you would just click on erase, and then you can just erase away what you need to erase. Okay? If you have a pointer, so if you want, what you can do is you can grab things. Now, these aren't things like writing you can't grab, apparently, but you could grab things and move them around. This next tool here is a sticky note. You can see here that you can make it any color you want, or no color at all. and then you can put in your hello and save it. And then it puts a note on the screen, and you can continue to put notes on it. Then once you're on the note, you have the capability of moving it around where you want it. You can rotate it, and you can make it bigger or smaller. Okay, so, and if you look, you can always go back and duplicate it, like if you wanted people to vote that way, and you can edit it. Okay, so that's that part. Cancel there, whoops. And then if you want to add images, you can go here and add images from, if you have Google Images, you have an image, let's say you have images in your drive, or sorry, on your computer itself, like I have the Night logo. You can just pop in the Night logo really fast. It will take it. And so now it acts like a note, right? So you can do this. If we want to, we can make it bigger. And then if we wanted, the beauty of Jamboard is we could sit there and go, I don't like this right here. I think it needs to be bigger or something like that. So you can now annotate on top of images. And the last thing you have here is a laser pointer. So if you want people to pay attention, you can sit there and go, look here, and they can watch there. Okay, and it's because it's a web app now, you can share it to all your students, and you could be showing them things as you go through on your computer as they look at it on their computer, if you want to do that. You could also have them make their own Jamboards and create whatever they want, because it's a fairly flexible thing of putting in images and doing whatever they want, making collages and so on and so forth. So that is Jamboard, the web edition. Next, I'll show you Jamboard, the Android app edition, which is different. You get more capabilities in it. And if you're wondering, well, we can't do that, is your Chromebooks actually can run Android apps, and I will be opening them up. So just in case you want to use that instead. All right, so that is Jamboard in a nutshell. Really, the sky's the limit. You can, as long as you think, oh, by the way, there's clear frame. So if we want to erase stuff, we just hit clear frame, it erases everything. You just have to think creatively on how can you use a space where you can have this board. You can use it as lesson delivery. You could give it to students to create something as a blank slate and give them some instructions. You could use it as a teamwork device or a brainstorming device where people are putting notes all over the place. And I might show you some of the ways I used it in my classroom in a future video. So this is Jamboard, all right? The web edition. See you later.